Are you thinking about making a move to the greater Seattle area? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over the top reasons that people are moving over to Seattle and its surrounding suburbs, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Bryce Greenleaf. I'm a local real estate agent here in the greater Seattle area. I make videos all about what it's like living over here and what to expect when you're moving over this way. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I love helping you guys out, answering all of your questions. And specifically for those of you that are looking to come over here and purchase a home, I am an active real estate agent, so I'm more than happy to help you through that process. Hopefully make that transition over here a little bit easier for you and help you find that right home and help you through that home buying process. So feel free to reach out to me here at my info anytime on the screen. You can call, text, or email me. Be more than happy to touch base with you and see what I might be able to do to help. But like I said, in today's video, I'm going to go over the top 5 reasons that I see people are moving over to this area. Now, like I said, I do help out a lot of you that find me here on YouTube, so this is mostly just from people that are coming over here that tell me the reasons that they're coming over here. So this is based on my experience on working with people moving over this way from out of state for the most part. So kind of the number one thing, this is the easiest, the most common, is the job opportunities over here. There are so many great jobs over here, specifically in tech. You know, you've got places like Amazon and Microsoft and Facebook and Google and GoDaddy, lots of different tech companies in this area that people are moving over here for. So that draws a lot of people in. But we've got many other great fields as well, like healthcare. There are many great hospitals around here, research facilities. You've got maritime jobs being right on the Puget Sound, so close to the water. You've got Boeing, so aerospace jobs. There are a lot of different industries over here that people want to make people move over this direction just for great job opportunities. And yes, while we do have a higher home prices here than the national average, the national median, we are, when you compare it to some of the other large tech hubs, we're talking like San Francisco or New York City, we are actually a little bit cheaper. We're on the cheaper end. So for those that are moving over here for tech jobs, this actually might be a little bit more affordable of a place for you to live rather than going to a place like San Francisco. So tech reasons, of course, it's a big reason why people are moving over here, but jobs in general, great jobs around here that can help you afford those higher home prices over here because you likely will have a higher pay. Now, the number 2 reason I see is remote workers that are now just working from home and they want a new place to live. Maybe they were living in another state originally and they had to be there on site for work, to be in the office every day. Now with COVID, that job, that employer has told people, hey, you can work from home permanently now. So feel free to move wherever you want to go. So a lot of people I found are coming to the Pacific Northwest because it is such a beautiful place to live. Now, of course, yes, like I just discussed, home prices are a little bit higher here, but the Pacific Northwest offers some more things that the rest of the country can't offer. It is absolutely beautiful over here, whether you're talking about Washington or Oregon. There's a lot of different places in the Pacific Northwest that make people want to move to, especially when they can work from home and be a little bit more flexible, not have to worry about commute times. You know, they're not necessarily moving right into the city of Seattle, but they're moving on an outlying suburb that provides the quality of life that they're looking for, access to different recreational opportunities that they're looking for. So I see a lot of people that are working from home that decide to move over to this area. Reason number 3 is more mild weather. I've actually had a number of people coming from hotter states that have told me they're just tired of the heat over there, whether that's Texas or Arizona or some of these hotter states. A lot of people want to come over here because we do have a lot more mild weather. Now, you may hear that we get a good amount of rain, and yes, we do. We get a decent amount of rain, but we don't get as many torrential downpours as some other states. So we get a lot of gray and drizzly type weather, a lot of cloudy days, but in that cold season, in the wintertime, we don't get extremely cold temperatures. You're not going to be, you know, in the teens or even the 20s very often. On average median temperatures, you're going to be in the mid 40s for the most of winter, and you can even be in the 50s for some winter days. So it's not that cold. You're going to get a little bit of snow, but not a lot. Typically, it seems like we're getting one decent snowstorm a year. Snowstorm meaning it snows 1 or 2 days, lasts a few days on the ground, and then it melts. Otherwise, you're not going to get a lot of snow here. Then on the flip side of that, in the summertime, for the most part, you're not going to get extremely hot days. You know, you're going to get temperatures in the high 70s, low 80s. There will be stretches where you'll get into the 90s, and we even had a stretch this last summer somewhere where we broke the Seattle record for having 100 degrees multiple days in a row. So that was not common. We'll see if that's a continuing trend or not, or if that was just a one-off, 1 year type of deal. But for the most part, we don't get extreme heat here either. We're not getting, 110, 115 degree days like some of the really hot states. So it is pretty doable, pretty mild over here. I personally really like it because I don't like the extreme temperatures. I'm willing to have that gray weather in the colder seasons and not, have as much sun and sacrifice that. So we're not getting the extreme temperatures. So I personally really love that. And there are some other people that are tired of the extreme temperatures and are moving this way because of that. So reason number 4 is recreation. There is so much to do here in the Pacific Northwest, like I mentioned before, whether you like skiing or snowboarding, mountain biking, hiking, kayaking, boating, water tubing, paddleboarding, canoeing. There's just so many things that you can do over here in the nature. If you're in Seattle, you've got the Puget Sound to the west of you. So lots of things to do on the Puget Sound there. On the east side, you've got the mountain ranges. So you've got the Cascade Mountains. So plenty to do over there, like I said, with skiing and snowboarding and mountain biking and snowshoeing and all that kind of stuff, hiking. There's a lot to do over there. And in between, we have a ton of different lakes. So if you want to take the boat out and go wakeboarding or water skiing or go tubing with the kids, or just to take a kayak or a paddleboard out on calm water, lakes are there. You can go swimming as well. There's plenty of different lakes that have parks with docks that kids can jump off and go swimming, and playgrounds and barbecue shelters and all this kind of stuff. So there are a lot of recreation opportunities here in the Seattle metro area, so that does draw a lot of people in. And with the more mild weather we have here, you can spend more time of the year outside versus maybe some other locations where maybe you're in Texas and it's 105 degrees. You're not going to go on a hike because that's just insane. But here, if you get a summer day that's 82 degrees or 76 degrees, it's plenty perfect to go for a hike, and that's very common throughout the summer. And then the winter, you can enjoy spending time outside as well because it's not necessarily freezing cold all the time. You get some pretty decent days in the 40s and 50s that are totally doable to do something outside. So a lot to do around here, and that draws a lot of people in. All right, number 5, the final reason here is there is no state income tax. So this draws people in because it's saving people money. If you live in a place like California and are paying over 10% in-state income tax every year, it's a bit ridiculous. So there are very few states now that do not have state income tax, but Washington is one of those states. So people are moving over here to save more of their money, more of their salary, and be able to live a little bit better of a lifestyle. Now, yes, I've mentioned multiple times, we do have higher home prices here than the national average, that's for sure. But if you're not paying state income tax, you're keeping more of your money. That's going to help outweigh those home prices that are a little bit higher. So big benefit for people coming over here. You do not have to pay state income tax, and people have told me that's one of the reasons why they wanted to come over this direction. All right, well, this rounds out my list of the top 5 reasons people are moving to Seattle and its surrounding suburbs. So like I said, if you've got questions, plan on moving over here, need some help buying a home over this way, feel free to reach out to me here at my info on the screen. Be more than happy to help you through that. But appreciate you guys watching this video. Feel free to comment down below if you've got any more video topics that you want covered. Otherwise, appreciate you watching this one, and feel free to take a look at either of these 2 videos right up here for some more info on living and moving over to the Seattle metro area.